Hi there everybody, just a short lesson on types of triangles. Okay, so you need to be very aware of the different types of triangles and the properties that they exist, because they will come into play in a variety of different situations through GCSE. Alright, so first of all, triangle is a three-sided polygon. Obviously three sides and obviously need to be straight. If all the sides are the same length, then they are equilateral. Okay, so all three sides are the same length, it's an equilateral. If the sides are not all the same length, but two of them are, all right, then they're classed as isosceles, and ultimately that what also means is that these two angles are both the same. And sorry, I forgot to mention, with equilateral, it means all three of those angles are also the same length. Okay, you've also got another one which is scalene. What essentially means is none of the sides are the same length, or none, not at all. And then you have potentially another one which is this can be either an isosceles or a scalene triangle, which is a right angle triangle. So if you've got something which is a right angle in the corner, it's classed as a right angle triangle, but of course it could be either scalene or isosceles depending on the length of the sides. Okay, so just looking at these and see if you can recognize which one is which. All right, so this one over here, well, you've got two sides which are the same and another one which is different, so that is going to be isosceles. Okay, all the three sides are completely different with this one, so it looks like a scalene one. All right, so there you go. And then this one over here, all the sides are different, but actually I recognize the 3, 4, 5 one because it's what they call a Pythagorean triple. So that means if I use Pythagoras, that squared plus that squared equals that squared, which tells me this is a right angle triangle. So actually that's a right angle triangle. All right, so you might not recognize it, so scaling wouldn't be a problem because you do recognize it. It's a right angle triangle as well. Okay, so thinking about equilateral triangles and thinking about the angles, I kind of touched upon it in the previous one. So in equilateral triangles, all angles are the same and 60 degrees, all right, because they're up to 180. And isosceles triangles, again, two angles are the same, and it's always the ones that are kind of at the bottom here. All right, so if these two that are the same, then it's these two angles here that are both the same. Now a scalene, in terms of the angles, they tend to be all different. All right, completely different. And then in a right angle triangle, it has a 90-degree angle for certain, but we're not really sure about the others. It just really kind of depends. So let's have a look at this one. So what have we got? So we've got an isosceles triangle, two of the same. This is an equilateral triangle, and then because I've got one as 90, then this is a right angle triangle. All right, so let's put those on there. And scalene, yeah, potentially. All right, so anyway. So they're your types of triangles, all right? So please feel free, obviously, to kind of revisit this at any point you wish, but please go to maths-school.co.uk. There is a link at the bottom of the page, and obviously there's a bunch of questions on there for you to consolidate your understanding. Thanks for listening.